Not a heap of news today. Yeah, I guess everyone's still getting over their New Year's hangovers, so nothing's really moving or happening along. A lot of the things that need to happen in the next 10 days still hasn't happened. I kind of thought around December 30th to now would be quite busy, but that was obviously stupid of myself to think to think that. I think a fair few people are getting in their last break, knowing that the NHL season is about to start. But we do have a little bit of news, so let's get through it. Tim Stuetzle is now off to Ottawa. He's looking to make the lineup. He said it himself in a quote. So yeah, look to him to join training camp and jump straight in. Hopefully he can make the lineup. I think a lot of the moves that they've made, Derek Stepan, those sort of things, I think that would indicate that if he does earn a spot, he'll get one because they can protect him now, and they've got a few other gritty players as well, Paquette and a few others that can drop the gloves if they need to. So yeah, I think they've actually done quite good there to curve any chance of him getting bullied to start off with, and just not expose him. You don't want to be. I mean, he won't be a center yet. He might be a center down the road, but he won't be a center first season. If it is, it'll be very sheltered minutes. But I don't think he's got his game at a point where he could be a third line center. I would actually even say that's harder for a younger player to be a third line center than a first or a second. At least you've got a little bit more grey area for as long as you're getting points. But third line, you need to be able to kill penalties and do a few other things to help out the team. So, but yeah, look for him to jump into the lineup, which is great. While we are on Ottawa, I mean their little jersey, they've named their captains or their alternate captains for the upcoming season. So they're still not going with a full captain. It's Chabot, Gudbranson, and Tkachuk. It's pretty much Tkachuk's down the road. You get that feeling that he's going to be the real lifeblood of the team, similar to Tkachuk at Calgary. He really is the lifeblood of the team, and so I think he's going to get that captain role and be there for quite a while as long as they keep on this trajectory. But yeah, they're not going to be bad this year. I'm still worried about Matt Rowe. His stats since the pad shrunk in 18 have not been great, so I think it's not he's out of form. I actually think he struggled with that. But we'll find out. I'll do a full season review. Speaking of which, they all go up today, or start to go up today, so look out for them on the channel. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, because yeah, there's all the season previews coming up. And yeah, in Rangers news, Zibanejad is injured. He's going to miss the start of training camp. Nothing too major there, but he's definitely going to miss a little bit. And so that'll be interesting to see how that all works. Elliot Friedman has announced that there'll be 2 outdoor games on a lake. Lake Tahoe, I think it was. So yeah, that will be interesting to see. Obviously, it's more of a TV spectacle than anything else. But I guess they could get more people at the outdoor game to watch, couldn't they? Because it's outdoors. Maybe. We'll see how that all transpires. But yeah, I can't imagine, especially with the rollout of this vaccine being quite slow, I can't imagine that we're getting huge amount of people in arenas to start off with. Unless you're in Florida, in which case you can just do whatever you want. Apparently, COVID doesn't exist. But yes, Zibanejad will, just out a little bit. I mean, he's obviously a name, so I had to mention him. But yeah, I don't be too concerned there. It just might be a bit slow for him to get in there in that first game. I mean, this is the whole thing with no preseason games. And I kind of like no preseason games, or very few preseason games. But obviously, if you miss camp, you are going to be back a step. So, be interesting to see if they more just start on a taxi squad and then move their way up, or however it works if they're eligible to be on that squad. So yeah, I wonder if you can send them down to a taxi squad on a conditioning stint. You can send players to the AHL for a week or two on a conditioning stint if they've been out for a while. I'll look that up. There'll be something here that will say yes or no. Actually, I'll look that up now. I'll look it up now. No, couldn't find it. I assume by the way I read the rules that it works very similar to the AHL, so I do assume that when a player comes back, they can put them on a conditioning stint to put them in the taxi squad. That way they don't have to send them down and they can train with the team. Because they do have to be able to train with the team. Then again, I guess you can just train them with the team and just leave them on IR. So confusing, this whole taxi squad thing. But anyway, I couldn't find the answer to it, so sorry. And last but not least, with Nashville, Yannick Weber has just signed a PTO. So, yeah, I mean, that's a fringe defender nowadays. But yeah, he signed a PTO, so we'll see how that all works out. Still some free agents like Hamonic and a few others to get sorted out. So there's still a lot to happen. There's a fair few teams over the cap. So yeah, keep an eye out for those things. I think the news will be thick and fast over the next little bit. I didn't make a video. I was going to make a video of what still needs to happen, with teams that need to get over the cap and whatnot, and I didn't because I thought, you know, by the time I put it up, something would happen to make that video redundant, but kind of wish I did now because it's been a week and nothing's really changed. But yeah, anyway guys, that is the whole video. Again, not too much news. There should be a lot more tomorrow, I'm assuming. If you did like this video, hit the like button. Otherwise, hit subscribe down below. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it really. I'm going to start doing more Twitch stuff when it comes to a franchise mode. So we'll see how that all goes. Yeah, I think I'll just play that straight through now that you can't really play online in Australia anymore. But yeah, otherwise we'll be doing the season previews and just getting things moving along. So so tons to do today for me, and still got a fair bit of time off work. So yeah, so we can just rock through these videos and keep them all going. But yes, thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. See you. Oh, also I got some jerseys coming. So more random jerseys. Well, these ones aren't random because of the reverse retros, but jerseys are coming. So yeah.